Hello everyone and welcome to Golden Nova's First Reacts, where I react first to all the things you want to see reacted to first, as long as I'm the first person you come to react to things first. I was about to lay my little head down for a little snooze before work tomorrow when news of the Duelist box is about to come out. The Prismatic Duelist box just got revealed. It looks like they're going to be covering a new card for each iconic summoning mechanic, from rituals all the way to link summons, and they are pulling out some real crusty archetypes for it, and I can't wait to see what strange and interesting support will be added to those themes with the release of this box. And then we'll go on and talk about a couple of other free agent cards that were released for Burst Protocol that I haven't had the time to go over. So let's start with what looks to be a new Demise card. Oh, actually, first check out the freaking different summoning symbols on here. I just think they're pretty cool. Okay. End of the World Ruler, or Ruler of Oblivion and Armageddon. A level 10 Dark Fiend ritual effect monster with 3,000 attack and 2,900 defense. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff. You can ritual summon this card with any End of the World card. Well, okay, we'll get into that in a second. This card's name becomes Demise, King of Armageddon, while in the hand or field. Okay, so that helps. 2, you can reveal this card in your hand to pay 2,000 life points and banish a ritual spell from your deck and apply that card's activation effect that ritual summons a monster. 3, you can pay 2,000 life points to destroy as many other cards on the field as possible. Then this card gains 2,900 attack. So that's like the Demise part of, not Demise, the wife energy. That, okay, I'm sorry, I can't. You can reveal this card in your hand, pay 2k, banish a ritual spell, apply its effect that ritual summons. So it's every ritual. So it's every ritual. So it's every ritual spell. Okay. That's funny. So anything that searches ritual monsters in general then gets you this, which like you can do that once per turn. Obviously the life point cost is staggering, but paying some life points has never gotten in the way of a good time. Any of the world card? We gotta check that out, because like my understanding is that many of those were like specific names. End of the World, just type that in. I'm sure that won't get me on a list or anything. So there's one End of the World card. They might add more to this. There's Cycle of the World. But End of the World is just like the original ritual spell, which you'd be able to ritual summon this with anyway, because its name becomes Demise, King of Armageddon, while in the hand. Ruin. It gains 2,900 attack because of Ruin. I'm sure that was great for the mic. Thank you, Moby, once again for being my co-host in all things. Ruin, that's the... Yeah. The evolved form of Ruin has 2,900 attack points. So you can pay 2k, blast every other card. This card gains 2,900 attack, so it hits for 5,900. That can be lethal in a lot of scenarios. Well, I think it's just good, like, in general. Like, as long as you're playing it, you could splash in the ritual spell that makes this. So if your deck has the capability to use End of the World to summon this, you can just pop this out. If you have another 2,000 to pay, you blast everything, and it turns into a monster of an attacker. This is just like a really solid, cool card. If only we could search Fiend rituals in any way ever. Anyway, with a strong A-, let's go on to the next one, Nightmare Eyes Restrict. Let's get a zoom in on the... okay, yeah. Why we gotta have the upward angle at it? Why you gotta make us do the little at it? Okay, it's a level 1 Dark Illusion! Don't you... I'm not gonna be mad right now. It's a level 1 Dark Illusion Fusion monster, 0 attack and defense. 2 monsters with different types between Fiend, Illusion, and Spellcaster. Not Beast, but we could still use Chimera Fusion, I believe, because Fiend is involved. So that's funny. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, if this card is special summoned, or if this card battles at the end of the battle phase, you can equip one monster your opponent controls to... Okay, it has to have the effect then. If it has an effect, it has to. So if special summoned, or if it battles, you equip any monster they control. Gains attack equal to the equipped monster's total attack. Love it. 3, if this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by the battle. And 4, your opponent's monsters cannot attack monsters except this one. Oh, so we're not shutting off attacks. We're just making sure that it attacks. Now, it doesn't compel attacks, but it does redirect them. The first effect is once per turn, but like we summon it, we steal. On a following turn, it battles, we steal, and then we just keep stealing and getting bigger. This is fantastic. I love it. This is amazing. This is... Look, I'm not gonna get off my podium about this. Fiend, Illusion, Spellcaster. You see a lot of those in branded, so maybe we get to play this every once in a while. Steal a monster, just a little treat. This rules. This rules. This is a fun little utility card. As with the previous card, these are probably just 4 Ritual Infusion decks, and even this is more restrictive than New Demise. This could feasibly, because of this effect, be played in any Ritual deck ever. So this is just for the entire theme. Nightmare's Eyes Sacrifice, Nightmare's Eyes Restrict is not necessarily going to see play in every Fusion deck, but I would like to hope that this sees play in a couple of them, because it's just like a really, really strong restrict month. I feel like this is really good. It's stealing cards all the time. It's actually gaining attack power, so it's a real threat. It can be destroyed by battle, so it can keep triggering that effect in the early part of it. And there's the Eyes Restrict support too, so maybe we get to toss that in there. Two very solid cards. Hopefully we get to see some additional support for them, and that these aren't just the only ones of those summon mechanics that we get to see. But only time will tell. Let's move on to this Synchro monster that I saw a little while ago. People seem to have a nice opinion of it. Zaren the Chainbound Dragon is a level 7 Dark Dragon Synchro tuner monster. 2800 attack, 2100 defense, requires a tuner and 1 or more Synchro monsters. So this has to be really good, because we have to Synchro climb into it. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. First, if this card you control would be used as Synchro material, you can treat it as a non-tuner, so it's versatile at least. Second effect, when a card or effect is activated in response to the activation of a card or effect as a quick effect, you can activate one of these effects. Either negate that effect, and if you destroyed that card, or negate the effects of the cards that was responded to, and if you do, destroy it. Oh, Chainbound Dragon, because it's chains, folks. It's I love this game. I love this game, people. So I gotta parse this really quickly. So negate when a card or effect is activated in response to the activation of a card or effect. So if something is Chainlink 2, you can either negate that effect if you destroy that card, or negate the effects of the card that was responded to. Okay, so it either negates what was chained to or what's doing the chaining. That's so... That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I love it. But it's so dumb. Okay, so this, gives more utility to decks that just have quick effects. If you play Zaren the Chainbound Dragon and you just have responses, just funky little responses, those all become Omni-Negates in a way. So I guess I see why it requires actual Synchro monsters to make, because the effect is actually very solid. And then it can be treated as a non-tuner, so you can you know, climb the ladder with this into stuff. Maybe bring it back later on down the line so that you can utilize the effect. At the risk of overhyping it, I think... No, I'm overhyping it. I don't think this is... I think it's a cute effect. I don't think it's a valid effect. I don't think people are actually going to run this. It's enticing, I very much admit, but I just do not think it has the sauce. Maybe there's a way to cheat it out that I'm not aware of off the top of my head. It is a tuner synchro monster. So hey, maybe in maybe in Genesis you can use needle fiber to bring it out. Halka Fibrax isn't pointed. It's off the list. Yeah, I don't know. Chalk this up to another tool in Dragon Link's tool belt that I will never learn how it properly fits in, because boy howdy is that deck complicated. Fun. Hopefully we see some play here. I guess also notably this is a tuner monster, so this does fit in with Killer Tune, I think? Maybe? Because that deck just locks you into summoning tuners, and because it can be used as a non-tuner, it gets around the fact that you're just summoning tuners afterwards, so you can make another big tuner after this one. So maybe this is just big Killer Tune support, and I've been dancing around the topic for a while. I think their big monsters like level 6 or something, so... or their big synchro monsters level 6. Okay. Looking forward to seeing where this goes. Maybe a Killer Tune card, maybe a Dragon Link card. Next up is Riot, utilizing cards that have not seen art in a long time. We have the group of goblins in the village running away from despair from the dark. So this is a dual terminal cannon card, because we can connect despair from the dark with Marauding Captain, who is in the same group as Digreffer, who all traveled to different dimensions and met the Charmers at some point, or denizens of the Charmers. So, cannon. Let's see what this does. Quick play spell card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, target one set monster and return it to the hand. Then the player who added it to their hand can special summon a monster from their hand in face down defense position. Second effect, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard to change one set monster to attack position. So what's this? So we think of like the setting card. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. So we can do stuff like, you know, there's like we give our opponent a Mimighoul, we bounce it, we get to summon a big monster from our hand face down that we otherwise wouldn't be able to play. If we're playing like Sub-Terrors or something, if we're playing the Wake Cups and you don't want to discard a card, you can summon the new Earl with this. This isn't quite... The second effect is not very Mimighoul support, because it triggers when a monster declares an attack. So it can change a set monster to attack position, but its effects only trigger during the main phase. So maybe this lets you summon your own Mimighouls on your side of the field during the battle phase, so that you don't deal with the heinous, horrifying downsides of flipping it. I don't know. This is just a funny card. This is probably just a funny card. I shouldn't read too much into it. It deals with set monsters. I guess, funnily enough, if you, you have to use this on one of your own monsters, too, because, you target a set monster, return it to the hand, and the player who added it to their hand can special summon a monster from their hand in face-down defense position. So it just puts them, if you bounce one of your opponent's set monsters, they can just put it right back. So it's that doesn't do anything. So it has to be either one of your own or one that you give to your opponent. And it has to be set, so I don't know. I guess it's just a funny, goofy card. Shouldn't look into it anymore. I'm just wasting time. Funny. Lastly, we have Nightmare Magician showcasing on a card with Nightmare Hand, a quick play spell card. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn and only once per turn. So we have some mutually exclusive nonsense. First effect, send an illusion monster from your deck to the graveyard. It's Foolish Burial. During your main phase, if you control a level 5 or higher illusion monster, you can banish this card from your grave, then target one monster in your opponent's grave. Special summon it to your field, but banish it during the end phase of the next turn. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I am reaching deep into my vast pool of Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge, and I'm going to supplement it with the database. I think it's like the new Tao the channel, not the new Tao the channeler, not Uma Musafe-fied Tao, but our good friend Master Tao the Chanter. But if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target an illusion monster in your graveyard and special summon in defense position, but you cannot special summon from the graveyard for the rest of the turn except illusion monsters. So we can send Tao to the graveyard to get that going. We can also send things like Nightmare Magician, things that are good targets to summon off of Master Tao. Nightmare Magician is still a heinous card. I still love that thing. Holy cow. That's really good. And then the second effect plays off of that. As long as we have a high enough level illusion monster, we get to steal something from our opponent's graveyard. And like, there's no like downside to it. We get to steal it. It sticks around for our opponent's entire turn before it banishes itself, but we can attack with it. We can use its effect. We can use it for any kind of summons, so we don't have to worry about losing it forever. This is just a really solid support card. If your deck is like big on illusion stuff, which we're actually about to be very much in Illusion Town because of the Hecahan. Oh, this is big Hecahan support. Have I just been like dancing around the fact that these are like pseudo support for the Enneacraft? Enneacraft is a frickin' flip deck that puts things face down. These have all been stupid. Think, Nova. Think. They always do this. This has been deck build pack support this entire time, you goober. Anyway. This is a fun addition to it. We get to set up our Hecahans in the graveyard, and then we get to steal more stuff, which we then get to convert into the fusion monster for Hecahans, which cares about having a monster that we control but do not own. Very funny stuff. Glad we have this in here. I think the unfortunate part is that it's mutually exclusive on this one. We can't just send, get our big monster, steal it, and then turn it into the fusion, which I think is like a further surger. So the delay on it kind of hurts, but I'm not opposed to it. Solid card. I think I'm just too branded pilled, honestly. I'm too focused on the past, but I'm thinking about the present. Nightmare Hand is fun. Riot, I don't know how this plays into Enneacraft. I will be perfectly honest with you. Because I'm pretty sure that Enneacraft are already summoning all of their monsters from the hand pretty easily anyway. But I could be wrong. It is the one that confuses me the most. The Zaren the Chainbound Dragon is a very fun negate, and does everything that I was hoping that Killer Toons would be able to get their hands on. A tuner that plays around its tuner status to keep synchro climbing, because having all tuners is detrimental to summoning more synchro monsters, and our prismatic box monsters are both bonkers. I love Nightmare's Eyes Restrict. I want to play 4 copies of it, and I am very happy for every ritual player who just got a new ritual spell for that deck. Which ritual spell? The answer is yes, but that's just one duelist's opinion. Let me know your thoughts down below. What combos are now unlocked with the power of the Prismatic Box / deck build pack support? Are there any things that I missed? Any references or heaven forbid utilities that my massive brain did not clue in on? Let me know in the comments. I want to absorb your knowledge like some kind of energy vampire. And of course, until the next time Konami drops some juicy spoilers, I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Today's episode is brought to you by Dragon Shield. Get the sleeves as strong as dragon scales and save 5% on your order by using the coupon code GoldenNova at checkout while helping out the channel. It was also brought to you by my lovely patrons, including this month's illustrious Quasar Commanders, Upstairs Media and the Critic of Innocence, Nebula Navigators, 3rd Dynasty, Ada Basilisk, Adam Zajdel, Ancient Wizard, Andrew Newman, Battle Axe, Charlie Mercury, Chibi Gohan, Christopher Fuss, Clockswork, Comrade, Eric, Frankie, Garland Chaos, Green Knight, Great Big Pillock, Groog, Hairbear, Harry the Ominous Benefactor, Iron Zero, Iskander 711, Carp, Marion James E. Picata, Meme King, Millennia Asta, Muse Clark, Neon Yaminair, Orozco 09096, Panther J, Pat Boos, Rebel King Lucifer, Red Eyes Jackalow, RJ the Jank Monarch, Sonic 21 Blast, That One Dumbass, Thievery Coast and the Wizard Moose, Cosmic Crusaders Ally Vatnia, Animasta, Anthrak, A Random Pup, Blade Runner 1034, Blaze Rider, Blitzwolf, Chaz Ghost, Christopher Fuss, again, Chris B, Cool Trainer Dark, Dr. Entity RIP, Eki Bullock, Edwin Perez, Eva Padilla, Herbal D, Inblink, J.A. Flair, Julian Marquez, Kale the Dragon, Lobomaru02, Manga Pages, Mr. Machina, Natiel Lee Alexander, Nicholas Murphy, Not Al Gore, Obsidian, Pombo, Rhyme Kairos, Rogue Wolf, Shizuka Nijimura, Simic Toadstool, Stephen Huntsman, The Legendary Raven, The Queen of Time, The Gene, Tiger X2476, Zaldreka and Azentha, as well as all the wonderful Starlight Explorers you see on screen now. If you'd like to help me in my journey to cover all of Yu-Gi-Oh's archetypes, get my videos early, be a part of these credits and other awesome perks, it would mean the world to me if you would check out the link to my Patreon in the description or consider joining as a YouTube member.